How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Jose, aka TheNYCGeek, aka TNG, aka your Elden Lord. Even in a galaxy far, far away, still your Elden Lord, aka the guy who's back from vacation, and it was a good vacation. I spent some time with some loved ones, caught up on some shows like Better Call Saul, which, whew, talk about top tier, incredible writing. I cannot recommend Better Call Saul enough, but that's not the only show I caught up on. It's not. And just like a steaming pile of shit left behind by Amber Heard, there's another hot off the press show out there, Obi-Wan Kenobi from Disney Plus, and it too is a steaming pile of shit. Oh, it's a hot one. It's a real hot one. What else? But honestly, what else can one expect from Disney's Star Wars? They nowadays all they do is slither into the skin of your beloved shows and your beloved properties and just parade themselves around in it, pretending to be Star Wars. It'll play you all the familiar sounds and show you all the familiar sights, but it's hollow. It's hollow. It's a facade. It's nothing more than them dangling the keys in front of you. I gotta get a set of keys and I just gotta leave them here to dangle. And they're just trying to sweep you up in remember berries before getting ready to fucking slap you with the shit sandwich. Because that's what this show is. That is what Obi-Wan Kenobi, the limited series, is. It is a show that starts mediocre at best. Mediocre. Super mediocre at best. Before quickly getting more and more awful by the episode. It is full of retconning. It cheapens the already established lore of a beloved film that has been engraved in the world's pop culture hearts for nearly half a century. Think on that. Think on that. That Disney is so fucking unimaginative. They're so bereft of creativity that it has to plumb the very depths of Star Wars. It has to just scrape as much as it can and dig and go to that well as much as they can just to try and pull out anything from their consumers. Just to put anything. Here you go. Here, consume. Please have some more. And they don't care. They don't care how many plot holes they rip open with this. They don't care how many characters they assassinate. They don't give a fuck if they have to toss away the canon and the lore that the original trilogy started back in 1977, or even the prequel trilogy that came out 2 decades ago. They don't give a fuck about those products. They don't care about them because they don't care about you, the fans. They just care about your dollars. That's it. That's all they care about. It's, oh boy, let me tell you. And heaven forbid you rightfully criticize this show for being trash. Because if you do, you might just get called a racist. Because that is a straw man that they prop up because they can't defend the show. They can't defend the shitty storyline or the holes they're punching through their load. Nah, Disney and the idiot media websites like that shill for them, like NPR, will instead shove any criticism and say that the people who hate the show, they hate it just because it has a black actress in it. That's it. That's the only reason that they could conceivably hate this show. Never mind the fact that James Earl Jones voices the most iconic character in Star Wars, Darth Vader. Never mind the fact that Lando Calrissian has been portrayed by both Billy D. Williams and Donald Glover. Remind the fact that Forrest Whitaker played Saw Gerrera in Rogue One and has voiced him in multiple projects. Never mind the fact that Samuel Jackson played Mace Windu, one of the most beloved characters who ever emerged from the prequels and established as one of, if not the most powerful Jedi duelists who have ever wielded a lightsaber. Never mind the fact that John Boyega portrayed Finn in the sequel trilogy and was one of the most wasted characters out there. They reduced his character to just go, Rey, 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 come on, you know, never mind, you know, Star Wars fans have never had a problem with any of these characters who are all black, okay? Or voiced by a black actor, okay? They never have, because that's the point of Star Wars. It's all about the diversity of all these of all these characters, whether they're humans or they're aliens or everything. They're getting together to fight an evil empire. Star Wars fans have never had a problem with that. In fact, the only one off the top of my head who has ever had a problem with one of their black actors is Disney themselves, when they shrunk John Boyega on the poster that they released for their China marketing. Okay, thought we forgot about that, Disney? Because we haven't. We didn't. And for those that say, well, what are you talking about? They didn't do something like that. Yes, they actually did. Okay, they have shrunk their character for it. And if I can find you a great picture, this is an old tweet. Like it's fucking hilarious here. Let me see. I got it. I have it. Look, I have someone's tweet right here. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up so you guys can see this real quick. Look at this. This was posted. This was old, but look at this. This is the original poster right here. Okay, this is the original poster. Look at, you see John, you see Daisy Ridley, you see John Boyega, see Kylo Ren, the three most prominent characters in this poster right here, right? Okay, look at the one that they released for China. Look at that. They replaced my man with a couple of TIE fighters, and they pushed him down here because for their China marketing, that's where Disney will show their true colors. They don't give a fuck. So don't let them gaslight you with this kind of stuff. Original Chinese marketing. Okay? So fuck off, Disney. We know who the real fucking racist garbage shit is, all right? That's your fucking, don't give me that gaslighting stuff. Nice try, Disney. Nice try. Nice try. And the idiot journalists who are trying to gaslight this whole issue and to deflect criticism. So I will counter one with my own. Let me make a declaration before going forward. If you disagree, Disney, with anything I say in this video, you must also be racist. You cannot stand Puerto Ricans. You must hate the Puerto Rican people. That's what it is. Did you just hear what I just said? Did you hear how stupid the fucking words that came out of my mouth were? Because that's how stupid and fucking moronic it is to try and label people racist because they're just pointing out the glaringly obvious flaws in your continuing shitting and desecration of the Star Wars mythos, okay? Now, are there jack-off comments by assholes on the internet? Absolutely, of course. And no matter how trash this show is, it doesn't excuse their disgusting behavior. So for all the assholes who have said something that, oh, I don't like the show because Reva's being played by Moses Ingram, shut the fuck up, you're a fucking moron. There's a million fucking things wrong with this show, okay? There's a million things. Moses Ingram, the actress, is not one. I'm not talking about maybe her acting quality or anything, but her as a person, that's not the problem. Her being a black actress is not the problem with this show, okay? And do not let Disney try to paint it off as if any criticism that you might have for the show must stem from that. Because it's not the first time that Disney has lashed out and bashed the fans. They hate you. They hate the real fans, the ones who aren't just consumers, who will gobble down everything they put out and ask for the next thing. And I will tell you this. I will say this. While Reva, the character, is a big part of the problem in this show, she is not the only one. And she is not even the biggest one. She's not even fucking close to the biggest one. Heavens no. She is one of just many huge and glaring issues in this disaster, in this fucking travesty, because that's what this show is. Because from the get-go, this project was always going to be a problem. When you keep trying to fuck around with legacy characters the way Disney is doing, you mess with the continuity. Some of you might wonder why I tend to hate time travel and multiverse stuff. And this is why. You're messing with the continuity when you do time travel or alternate dimensions. It's very, very easy to fall down a slippery slope and you start making plot holes appear. And the same is true with the prequel works. You can make things in your already established canon make no sense because you just introduced a bunch of new elements over here, and then people are going to be like, wait a minute, wait. This happened here. So if it's happening over here, how the fuck? What happened? Like, that's why you got this show. Stressful. This show is a perfect example of that. The worst thing about, and let me collect my thoughts for a second. The worst thing about this show is not how awful Kid Leia is, which she is. Fucking obnoxious, and the show is constantly trying to be like, oh, look how smart she is. Oh, look how tough she is. Look how she's performs Sherlock Holmes levels of deduction and figures out shit she would never be able to know from a fucking holographic image. And then she's doing dumb crap like stepping off a rooftop. And don't even get me started on how goofy and Benny Hill-like these two Leia chase scenes were. It's fucking, it would be funny if it wasn't so bad. But no, she is not the worst thing in the show by far. Not at all. The worst thing on the show is not even the third sister, Reva, who is an insufferable Mary Sue levels of bad character creation. But it's not her. And while she is busy punching fucking plot holes in the storyline to ever be a formidable and believable villain, she's not the worst thing, again, on the long list of, why this show blows. Her, obviously there's problems with Reva. Her killing the Grand Inquisitor makes no fucking sense, especially because the fucking character later appears in Star Wars Rebels, and not to mention he's fucking more powerful than her. That she can read minds with ease is so absurd and beggars the question, why the fuck are you even interrogating people if you can read minds all willy-nilly? Why is she just not doing that on every planet they go to? Why even threaten people on Tatooine and cut people's hands off when you could just force them in a line and just go bzz, 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 and just read their fucking minds with ease? Why? And her story is just so obviously going to be just a rehashing of the second sister from Fallen Order game, which is a good game. You should check that out. And she will, and the second sister was a great villain. She was a great villain. Great story arc that was solved within that game. And she will act, but they're going to rehash the same story. She's going to act all villainous until the very end when she finds redemption. And she'll just die to Darth Vader too, just like the second sister.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avengers.
That's exactly. That's my prediction. It's gonna be the same exact fucking thing. No, but even with all that, he is not the worst thing of this show. No, the worst thing of the Obi-Wan show is the treatment of the titular character himself. Now, Now, I will say this, to be fair, at least in a show called Obi-Wan Kenobi, we're seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi. Or really, that's not really Obi-Wan. Like some fucking version of him. But that's an improvement over Moon Knight, who never showed up in his own fucking series. But it's like I said, it's not a fucking good thing, because after you see the way they portray Obi-Wan, you're gonna wish he didn't show up at all. You're gonna be like, please stop putting him on screen, because it's fucking terrible. This Obi-Wan is awful. He's awful. He is a bumbling buffoon who is nothing like the Jedi Master of the prequels and the original. And I don't want to fucking hear, oh, but he's rusty. He hasn't been a Jedi in like 10 years. Guys, the Force is not a muscle that deteriorates with time. Okay? It is a cosmic energy field that you tap into. It doesn't get rusty. Okay? And don't try to use that terrible, well, he cut himself off from the Force like Luke did. I don't care what Ryan, don't use that, because one, I don't care what Rian Johnson wrote. He's a fucking idiot hack who created the worst piece of media in all of Star Wars franchise with The Last Jedi. And two, again, that is not how the Force works. Okay, even with Luke, and the thing is, even that excuse, if you want to try to use that excuse, even with Luke, the moment that he opens himself back up to the Force, he's powerful enough to fucking project an image of himself halfway or however fucking far it was across the galaxy. You don't get rusty from not using the Force. For fuck's sake, Yoda lifts a damn X-Wing from the swamps of Dagobah. But Obi-Wan struggles to lift a small child. Dude, it's not, you don't get rusty from not using the Force, okay? I'm just gonna have to stress that further. And you're talking about Jedis. And I understand that many people have had that concept of a Jedi watered down because of this trash sequel trilogy. But I want you to think for a second. Push out the shittiness of the sequels and all this garbage that's happened afterwards. I want you to think for a second. These are Jedi. These are people who are trained from childhood to be the deadliest warriors in the galaxy with one of the most powerful weapons ever, to the point that they are the actual stuff of legends. Okay? They are attuned to the most powerful energy field in the galaxy that ties all life in the universe together, aka the Force. A fucking decade would not make him a bumbling buffoon. It would not erase 40 years of training, of being one of the most powerful Jedi that has ever been trained. I won't even cite the I'm not even going to cite the comics. I'm not going to cite the comics where Obi-Wan is compared to characters such as Kip, who could move a fucking black hole. Excuse me. I will not. I will stick to the movies and the shows, right? Where Obi-Wan is still so powerful that first off, he should look at Reva and fold her in half. That's how fucking powerful that the difference between them is. You're talking about a character who ripped the Duranian armor off of General Grievous with his fucking bare hands and using the Force, obviously, to enhance his strength, but rips the Duranian armor, Duranium, which can withstand volleys from a starfighter's laser cannon. Okay? Obi-Wan, who is also a general who has served extensively in the Clone Wars. His military prowess and grasp of strategy cannot be overstated. Obi-Wan, who fought Anakin Skywalker, the fucking chosen one, basically the most powerful Jedi to have ever existed. And he fucking fought Anakin in his prime. In his prime. Not when he's a shadow of himself as Vader, even though obviously Vader is, yes, extremely powerful. But we're talking about an Anakin who has just turned to the dark side, who has felt the swell of the dark side for the first time. He is at the apex, okay? His body is not weakened by the cybernetics that keep him alive. We're talking about Anakin at his prime, and he still defeated him. Let me stress this, okay? You do not, within a decade, lose all this. I don't care if he's bummed out about having had to fight Anakin and the Jedi Order being gone. For fuck's sake, even as an old man, he is able to take on Darth Vader toe-to-toe on the Death Star. All of this, and I haven't even gotten into how this show effectively cheapens and tarnishes the Star Wars movies. I gotta close the fucking. I have the poster still over here on my other monitor of how fucking Disney is a shit company with their marketing. I had to close it because it just was driving me crazy. Sorry. And as I was saying, you know, this doesn't. It doesn't. I haven't even gotten into how it's effectively tarnishing the Star Wars movies. How having Obi-Wan and Darth Vader meet before A New Hope completely takes away the poignancy of Darth Vader when he's reflecting, when he feels Obi-Wan on the Death Star, when he says, I sense a presence I've not felt since.
I sense something, a presence I've not felt since.
And he trails off, like, because you know, because it's such a like oh shit, I haven't felt this in decades. I haven't felt this presence in decades. And you having the meat is cheap. You're cheapening that. You're taking the originals and you're fucking cheapening it. And it's just and having the meet again and having Obi-Wan act as if he had no idea that Vader was Anakin, that Vader was not out there killing in the galaxy, killing Jedi, that he knows Anakin is Darth Vader. Yoda has told him this.
If into the security recordings you go, only pain will you find.
I must know the truth, Master.
Have done well, my new apprentice. Now, Lord Vader, go and bring peace to the Empire.
I mean, they're fucking cheapening the fucking prequels too at this point. He already knows that Anakin is Darth Vader. And don't tell me, oh, he thought he killed him in Mustafar. Dude, if you think, again, I'm talking about Obi-Wan, who is a general, a military strategist. If you think that Obi-Wan would not be keeping tabs on the Empire, that he would not be keeping track on the greatest threat to Luke, okay? The greatest threat to Luke. If you think that he wouldn't be fucking keeping tabs on them, that he wouldn't have fucking heard about Darth Vader and the Inquisitors, okay? If you think that, you're delusional. You're fucking delusional. And you're just shutting off your brain because you want the fucking entertainment. All right? There is so much that I could talk about that just would further highlight how terrible this show is. There's so much. I have notes. And it's just, I could sit here for like an hour. Easily. Easily. But it's just like, I mean, I fucking hate how stupid Kumali Nanjiani, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. I apologize. The actor. I hate how fucking dumb his character is. He's someone pretending to be a Jedi when the Empire is hunting Jedis down. And he's not hard to find. He's not fucking hard to find at all. But he's acting like a fucking Jedi. And especially in this planet where that character is like, you're never gonna see her again. Nobody leaves this planet. And then Obi-Wan finds her like this. But what I'm saying is that it's so easy to find characters on this hard to find planet And then Reva acts completely out of character when she, by not just killing him there, she just chopped some poor woman's hand off earlier. But after reading this guy's mind, after reading his mind and finding out that he helped Obi-Wan, she doesn't kill him? No, that's too, that would make too much sense. That would make too much sense. And then, how fucking, and Obi-Wan, again, just, they made him so fucking stupid. Obi-Wan has taken no efforts to disguise himself. They have him. They fucking have a picture. He sees people looking at an image of himself. He doesn't try to change clothing. He doesn't try to shave his beard. He refuses to stop dressing like a Jedi. He's constantly dressing like a Jedi. And even when he's already identified on another fucking planet, he still refuses to use his lightsaber to defeat a group of stormtroopers. He defeats this group of stormtroopers with a blaster, and then immediately after surrenders to a smaller group of stormtroopers. So he could defeat like 5 or 6 of them, but when it's 3, that number. He can't stand the number 3. But why? Why? Because they do this so that he can immediately be saved by Indira Varma's character, Tia. Because they need to continually show how fucking garbage Obi-Wan is. That's what they do with these shows. They do it with their movies. They do it with everything. They take an established character that you love to reel you in so that they can prop up other characters. That's what they fucking do. They're doing it with they did it with Doctor Strange. They're going to do it with She-Hulk. They're doing it with fucking Thor, Love and Thunder. They're doing it with every fucking thing. It's an obvious bait and switch. They've done it constantly. Okay? They fucking, even Vader is not exempt from being garbage. He can't just snap a loading droid in front of him in half. Or I don't know, just walk around the fire that stops him from getting to Obi-Wan. This show sucks. It sucks. All right, we are already halfway through, and it has been lackluster. It has been boring. It has been insulting. This is one of the many fundamental problems with prequels. You already know that there is no tension for the main characters, like Obi-Wan or Leia or Darth Vader, because those characters show up in other films. It just further cements what I and what many others have been saying about the absolute desecration, the mockery that these studios are doing with properties like Star Wars. They have no respect for established canon. They don't have whether, all they care about is pushing some bullshit preaching is down your throat, or a complete lack of creativity, or a combination of the two. Clearly, Disney has no idea what to do with Star Wars anymore. And again, not just Disney. It's not just Disney guilty of this, but we're discussing Star Wars here, so I'm mentioning them. These companies continue to give you this garbage, and they're going to continue if you keep acting like this is the greatest show you've ever seen. It's not. It's not even an average show. This is below average at best. There are a handful of moments, and I do mean I can count on one hand in 3 episodes, the amount of times that I've gone like, oh, I was like, oh, that was good, or nice touch, or something like, oh, I like that. This is pathetic. We deserve better. And Star Wars fans, stop supporting this garbage. Stop acting, or rather stop accepting that this shitty writing, that this desecration of your beloved property, it's good. Stop accepting this. Okay? I'm not saying, and I would never condone for you to fucking, go out there and do not fucking attack the actors or anybody. Okay? Let me also stress this out, because I will say this, and it's not just Star Wars fans. There are some fans that don't understand that there's a fine line between being like, hey, no, this is garbage, I don't like this, and then and the fans are like, and they fucking go off and they attack somebody. Don't be that. Don't be a fucking idiot. Don't be this group. Okay, these are idiots. You're not. You don't help the fam. You don't help the property. You're not helping the fan base. You're not a good example of the fan base. You're a fucking moron who thinks that insulting an actress or threatening somebody that you're first off, you're not justified. I don't care. Look, I don't care how bad this fucking show is. You're not justified in your actions. Okay? 2, you're not changing anything. You're not helping. So don't be a fucking idiot. Instead, if you want to stop, if you want to make it so that the empire, aka Disney, understands and tries to put effort back into their storytelling again, then you have to go about this the right way. Don't support these shows. Word of mouth. If you explain, just be like, look, if not supporting it means canceling your Disney Plus account or not buying merchandise or something like that, vote with your wallet. That is where you hit Disney. That is where Disney's like, oh shit, we fucked up because we don't got money. And they are fucking up because their fucking stock is tanking left and right. So that's where you have to strike these empires. Do not attack and be garbage fucking people and attack the actors and the actresses and fucking be a disgusting human being. Don't do that. Don't do that. But tell Disney, you know what? I'm not fucking subbing to your fucking service anymore. Or I'm not buying your Obi-Wan merchandise or your fucking figurines, because that's what they want. They want you to fucking buy merchandise. That's where they make their money. Do not fall to it. Okay? Whew. Sorry. This has been. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a rant. It needed to be said. Anyway, that was my first half. That's the first half of Obi-Wan. There will be, I will do another review. I was, like I said, they put out the first 2 episodes. I was on vacation. They just put out the other one when I came back from vacation. I was catching up with things. So, I will put out my thought on each episode individually, but I wanted to do the first half, one video, and then we will, thankfully I got the boys. I will be putting out my review of the first episode for that tomorrow, and then we will go on a weekly thing and we'll keep talking about Obi-Wan. I have no hopes of this show. No hopes. A new hope. My new hope is that this fucking show finishes. And there's no way they can fix this. It's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. I gotta stop because I'm getting fucking hot. I'm getting hot. All right. I'm sorry. This has been the TheNYCGeek. Woo! I gotta get off this fucking conversation. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. If you enjoyed this content, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit it right now. Hit it as hard as I'm fucking hitting Disney. Unless you're subscribed, then please don't hit it. Instead, consider hitting that like button, hitting that share button, hit that freaking bell so you can get the notifications. When another video goes live. Normally we post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but we just came back from vacation, like I said. Leave a comment down below. I love to engage in chat with all of you. I do respond to every single comment. Tell me what you think. Am I being angry as per normal or what? Like, or do you agree? Do you agree that this has been disappointing? It's just fucking Disney, scraping at the fucking bottom of the barrel. Let's get whatever we can. We need to put something out. Fucking whatever. But please, I leave a comment because I am so hot right now. I'm so fucking mad that I'm seeing like double. And if you haven't already, please make sure to follow me over on twitch.tv/TheNYCGeek, where I do stream regularly on Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, as well as follow me on that filthy cesspool that is Twitter. Remember always, your time is precious, and I thank you for sharing it with me. Thank you. Please, seriously. Stay safe. Take care of each other, right? It's fucking crazy out there. And I'm not talking about as crazy as this fucking show has been. It's fucking legit crazy. So thank you so much. Take care of each other. Stay safe, all right? See you guys next time.